In part 2 of the signature assignment, I will be reflecting on my learning in this course, and I will be responding to the 3 tasks to do this. Task 1. Synthesize what you have learned during the course and how it will assist you in achieving further academic and work-related goals. So I really have learned a great deal over these past 8 weeks taking this course. Especially, I feel like I've learned a lot about the wide variety of digital media making tools available and the basics of using them. And I've already been able to begin applying this in my work, which has been very confidence building. And I've also really learned a lot about what others in the field are doing and about the industry standards. So I have been working alone for the past couple of years as a teacher and an e-learning coordinator in my department, and have been doing a variety of things on my own. So it has been really wonderful learning about how people in other parts of the world are doing this and how people actually work as a team. So I'm really looking forward to being able to change jobs in the future and work as part of an e-learning team with people who have different specialisms. And I've also learned a lot about my existing skills and how they can be applied in the industry. So as a subject matter expert and as a developing e-learning person. And I've also learned a lot about what I'll still need to do to improve my skills in order to move into a new job. So focusing a little bit more on using digital media tools to create better content. I have been learning a lot about how to use different tools to create more interesting and easy to use content for the blended learning courses at the college where I am working. So a lot of what I've learned in this course is already helping me to make some really positive changes in the modules I have already made. And of course, it's going to help me achieve further goals in the near future. I've also already been able to start improving the self-access professional development training to teachers at my college for using educational technology with students. So this is also one of my continued goals, is to make it easier for teachers to use the e-learning resources with their students, because we are struggling a little bit with that and it is underutilized. So this has been an ongoing goal that I will continue working towards, and I feel like the skills I have learned in using digital media tools is really going to help to make all the content for the courses for students as well as for the professional development for teachers. It's going to make it a lot better and easier to use and hopefully more engaging. And this course has also inspired me to create a blog and podcast website. So my hope for this is to create more of an online community for our college to get students and teachers involved and to create an exciting space for people to interact. Now focusing on my future goals. So even before I started this course, I was really interested in developing my skills in using an authoring tool. So I have Adobe Captivate available to me. I am finding it challenging to use, but I'm hoping to watch a bunch of lynda.com videos and hopefully start using Captivate a bit more. In this course, I learned about the Articulate products, and I'm really interested in those now too, and I really enjoyed using Rise. The only issue with the Articulate products is that I have a Mac at home, so it's a bit more difficult to use these on a Mac. But I have a PC at work, so I'll be able to use Articulate products at work. And I'm also wanting to make my screencasting and audio recording more professional. So at work I have, I'm able to use a professional microphone. At home I don't have one, and I live in a flight path, so you can hear airplanes flying by periodically. But yeah, I'm hoping to be able to find ways to record and make things more professional. And I would like to develop more skills in using various types of software like iMovie, Camtasia, and Audacity. So I've been using iMovie and Audacity quite a bit since I started this course, but we'll need to learn quite a bit more to become proficient in using these. Camtasia, I haven't yet had a chance to try, but I will get the free trial for that soon. And I'm also wanting to start learning about graphics design and making my own animations through using the Adobe suite of products. I have a subscription to this through my college, and I've found someone in a different department who will be able to give me a crash course on this. So I'm really looking forward to doing that and to actually be able to create my own graphics, especially because I don't really like having to take them from other places. I would really like to be able to make my own. And also, I'd like to be able to make my online modules. So we're using Moodle at my college. I'd like to make them more interactive and community oriented. I've really struggled to do this using Moodle. One of my colleagues put it very well that the ideas that I have, well, basically using Moodle is like trying to create or to build the Eiffel Tower with a spoon. So I have really felt limited, but now that I've been learning more about authoring tools and then also having access to the H5P plugin on Moodle, I'll be able to do this a lot more easily. And of course, because the students in this part of the world tend to be very mobile oriented, as they are in other parts, but really have, well, they don't use actual computers that much. So I feel like in order to reach these students, I'm going to have to become better at creating mobile learning modules. So I will definitely be focusing on this. Task 3. Based on the history and evolution of technology, describe your vision for the future. How will learning be impacted by your vision if it were to come true? My vision for the future. So technology will be more seamlessly integrated into everyday life and will be more accessible to those who are less tech savvy. So definitely looking at trends from the past until present, it is readily apparent that technology is becoming easier to use and more widely available. And working with certain teachers at my college who have less skills, fewer skills in using technology, this really does stop them from using it with students. And these students are young people, and online learning really resonates with them. But if the teachers are not able to use it with them, well, what's the point if they are not even shown how to use it or made aware of its existence? So definitely in the future, technology will be much easier to use, and people won't need to develop a large skill set to use it. And of course, educational technology will be much more widely available to everyone everywhere in the world, especially in developing countries where technology is a little bit more limited and there is reduced access to an internet connection. And maybe this is a bit of a utopia, but I hope in the future that money will not matter as much. So everything will be open source and everyone will be able to collaborate and work together, and they won't be motivated by money to do this. And hopefully virtual reality will be even more widely available. It will become more compact and even more affordable so that it is much easier to access and use. And what impact will my vision have on education? So people who struggle to use educational technology, learning resources, will find them easier to use and will find the technologies serve them. So as I was saying earlier, there are many teachers in my department who don't know how to fully utilize some of the online learning content, which impedes them from using it with their students and deprives their students of access to those useful resources. So this will not exist in the future that I imagine. And of course, people people who have limited access to education will be able to freely access it anywhere in the world, which would ideally lift people out of poverty and empower them to do what they want to do. And even subject matter experts will be able to develop great online courses for free and share their knowledge with others. So authoring tools will be even easier to use, and all kinds of people will be able to make online learning content. And using virtual reality, learners will be able to develop real skills for the workplace, not just theoretical knowledge. And this will ultimately improve their employability, which I think is an issue. Students are studying and then they're leaving university without any actual skills and experience. So I think that this is definitely going to change in the future. And as a final note, I just wanted to say thank you to Doug and Denise for making this course awesome. I really have thoroughly enjoyed it and have really gotten a lot out of the experience. And it really has given me a lot of motivation to try new things. Here's a picture of me doing a class visit to do some orientation with some students at our college. And it was just really cool to see how engaged they are. And I'm just wanting to be able to create more educational content that will keep students equally riveted. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching my presentation, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.